What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. My name is Ricky with Mickey, and we are still working on the 240SX.
Still working on it. We just got it.
We just started.
What's up, guys? Just to kind of give you guys a quick update in case you missed the recap or you weren't paying attention. Rear subframe, all the components to reinstall the rear suspension, everything is pretty much assembled. Mickey and Ricky have been working on getting the Rocket Bunny kit completely fitted here. We got the front splitter on. I think both sides are on. Yep. Both sides, both over fenders are on right now, and it looks so good. Super, super pumped. So I'm gonna hand the camera off to these guys. I'm gonna let them get to work, and we're gonna start making progress on this thing.
As you guys can see, Ricky's buttoning up the front end. We want to make sure that we get this all tightened down and we know that everything fits, because it does all have to come back off so that we can do the front mount intercooler and all that stuff as we put the motor back in. We'll probably have this off when we do the install of the engine as well. But we want to make sure that everything goes together and bolts up the way we want it, so that when the car is finished, we just can put everything back together really quickly. One thing you guys are probably noticing is this big hole in the front bumper. These are the corner lights for the Rocket Bunny kit. These are actually the lights that are off of 240SX. They're stock light. Did you really think we're gonna put stock lights in here? Nah. We went ahead and found some beauty smoked corner lights, and we're gonna go ahead and toss these in. These are from Depot. We just purchased these online. They're fairly inexpensive, but we think the smoke is really gonna go along with the look of this car, the orange and black theme. So I'm gonna go ahead and install these. All right, simple as that. 2 screws and some fasteners on the back. Went ahead and plugged the light in. We have battery power, should have lights. They look great.
All right, guys, what's going on? I am back, and I'm here to help out Ev and Mickey, and I'm gonna start working on my piece. So I got the rear diff. I'm gonna spray some degreaser on this diff. I'm gonna scrub it, I'm gonna pressure wash it, and make sure it looks brand new. And I'm gonna give it a quick coat of paint so it can look like everything else. Very nice. Yeah, here we go. All right, guys, quick update. Right now we have the rear subframe pretty much completely assembled, almost. The rear coilovers are in. Mickey right now is installing the rear frame bushings. The axles are in. Pretty much everything is in there.
These are the offset bushings, so you can put an S14 subframe into an S13 chassis,
Yep.
the proper way.
See how it's not completely perfectly centered?
Yeah, they're offset. We lubed up the bushing so that once we push it in,
We're able to rotate it in case we need to. Yep.
it's almost ready to go. Looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, we got one more to go. And then we can throw it in there and bring it up. Ooh, it's so nice.
Hey, real quick, guys. I hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the post notifications. That way you'll be up to date when we post a new video. Now, I wanted to answer a couple quick questions that I've seen in the comment section, which is how do you get entered to win the 240SX? And it's very simple. For every $5 you spend on car parts or on merchandise through us, we'll give you 1 entry to win the car. VIPs, you're gonna get triple entries. So for every $5 you spend, you get 3 entries to win the car. So in case you didn't know, throtl's a retailer for over 300 brands. We sell tons of performance parts. Over 500,000 parts are in stock. We have distributors all over the US, and we cover almost every year, make, and model. So if you want to learn more about the sweepstakes and all the different ways to get entered, go ahead, check out the top link in the video description. You can learn everything there. That's it, guys. Now back to the video. So in the front, we're gonna be running a CTS V4 piston, which is a really common modification for the S13. A couple companies make a little adapter bracket, and it's pretty straightforward, which is really awesome. These are really affordable calipers, and you get a lot of performance, so I've been told. But in the rear, we're running Z32 setup, so that's off of the 300ZX, and we just picked up a new set of calipers from Part Shop Max. But they're in this gold color, and I don't think that really flies with our crazy color scheme we have here. So what I'm gonna do is take the calipers that were on there and the Part Shop Max calipers. I've already disassembled them, and we're gonna be repainting them with a nice gloss silver with the clear coat on top. So we're gonna try to match the rear calipers to the front CTSV calipers, really try to make everything nice and uniform. Before we do anything, I just gotta scrub all these down. I already started disassembling them. I have to scrub everything down and mask everything off that I'm not gonna disassemble. That way we don't get paint into areas that we don't want it to. So let me get this done. I will check back in with you guys in just a minute. I'm not gonna bore you with the cleaning steps. Oops, I made a mistake. I just started spraying the primer and I forgot to show you guys. So got everything all racked up here, all the calipers, the OEM brackets for the one set of calipers for the rear. And one little trick that I just wanted to share with you guys is always before you do any type of painting, primering, clear coat or anything, get a warm bucket of water and put the paint cans in there. That'll just allow the paint to come out a lot smoother, and you won't have as much lathering and things like that. So the first coat is down. I'm gonna wait 5 minutes. I'm gonna do a second coat of the primer here. This is just a engine enamel primer. I think it's pretty good for bare metal and things like that. So we'll do about 2 to 3 coats of primer, then we'll switch it up, and we're gonna go, hey. I got some caliper paint here in a nice silver color. So we'll do probably 3 to 4 coats of that, and then we'll follow it off with the gloss clear. So I'll set you guys down on a tripod and we will bust this out. All right, here comes the first coat of the silver. Wish me luck. All right, so I just laid down the second coat of the clear coat. Everything is looking really, really good, nice and glossy. So I'm gonna let this dry for maybe 30 minutes or so, and then we'll pull them inside and try to mock them up on the chassis. I'm very excited to see what they look like. I think it's gonna be a really good move to have them all being one color. So while we wait for that to dry, I'm gonna pass over the camera to Mickey, and he'll give you an update on what he's been working on.
Okay guys, well Evan's been out painting the calipers. I went ahead and tossed on the front canards, the surfboard's on already, the front lip, surfboard, and the gloss black. That SOS shot out here looks so epic. We went ahead and smoothed out. These are normally the raw fiberglass, and you can see like the strands of fiberglass on them. We went ahead and smoothed out the leading edges, so it looks nice and finished. It matches the surfboard really well. You know, we actually put in the turn signal lights in the front bumper with the smoked look. Woo, it's looking hot, boys. So after we finished getting all this put together, actually Ricky and I went on to assembling the rear subframe. So you saw Evan put everything together on the table. Well, Ricky and I actually took all of those components, both of them onto the subframe, which you'll see in this video, and we got it up underneath the car. The fluoro yellow with the black underneath the nice clean black undercarriage looks so money. Man, not only does it look good, it's gonna perform awesome because of all the GK Tech parts. So let's show you that. Okay guys, so here it is in its home. It is still not complete. We still have to go through and do a nut and bolt check on everything. Everything was sort of loosely put together. Ricky and I did tighten all the connections, but we definitely want to go through this before that gets put on the graph and make sure everything is tight. As you can see, we cleaned up our rear differential, third member. We've got our Z32 e-brake cables and GK Tech e-brake mount installed. Oh man, these gussets you welded in look nice. Now
yeah, look at them. Them good welds too. Woo!
And these arms, I know we've already said it, but man, are they awesome looking, and the performance they're gonna add to this car is unreal. So, really liking the way this is shaping up. As you can see, we actually added the GK Tech offset bushings, because this is an S14 subframe bushing. If you guys haven't seen previous videos, the reason we went with an S14 subframe is because it offers better suspension geometry than an S13 subframe. So it did require these GK Tech offset bushings to make it fit properly. Good stuff. This thing's gonna be amazing on the track and off. So let's head over to the table and see what we're working on next. So I'm waiting for my man Ricky to get here to get started on this because I want his help. But what we're gonna do is actually, we've got our front subframe. This is where the motor mounts, sits on here. And then this bolts up underneath the front of the car on the frame rails. But what we wanna do is we're gonna go ahead and assemble this on the table. We've got our GK Tech front lower control arms here. We've got our steering rack, which looks used and abused at the moment, but that'll get all cleaned up. We've got new boots, we're gonna get new outer tie rods, and we're gonna even put some steering rack spaces on here so that we can get that massive angle in case we wanna go drifting. We've got our GK Tech steering rack solid bushings in here, which actually move the steering rack forward incrementally, which helps with geometry. And then we have a slew of adjustment in these front lower control arms. So this is also gonna be a pretty top setup. It's gonna be great for track use and also street driving. So once Ricky gets here, we'll get that all put together. The engine can then actually go on top of this once it's sort of assembled and put together, and we can just raise this in from the bottom of the car, which is really cool. Saves you from potentially scratching things up top, trying to go over the core support and that sort of thing. So we've got the equipment here to do it, so we're gonna.
All right, this has now been drying for about an hour to an hour and a half. I'm gonna give it a little test here. See if it's still tacky. No, it feels good. So the calipers are now dry. I'm gonna remove all these from the rack. We'll bring them inside, and I'm hoping that they match the CTSV calipers, the front calipers, pretty good. It looks like they do. We won't know until they're right next to each other. So let's bring this inside and I'll show you guys what we're working with. All right, well, this is awesome. They look really, really good. The color is actually a lot closer than I even thought. Now, there's still a lot of work to do, obviously, on the rear end before everything is all buttoned up. Now we have all the materials in one color. So I grabbed the rotor, and I got my new caliper here, freshly painted, and I got the new hardware from PBM. So I'm gonna toss this on and see what this looks like. I'm very excited. I think it's gonna look awesome. Now this is just a test fit, but whoo, looks killer. Looks really, really good. I'm gonna go ahead and toss the other side on off camera and move on to the next thing. Something just came in. You seen it? You haven't seen it? He hasn't seen it yet. Oh! Woo! New wheel. Wait, should we show him? We should show him.
Now let me look first.
Okay. Ooh, peep that new shirt though. Show him. You gotta show him. Hey! What do we got here, Mick?
These are our new Cosmos XT206Rs that we chose in this colorway for a reason. You guys are probably wondering why we chose gunmetal gray. And that's because we got gunmetal bash bars for the car, and I wanted to tie everything together. So we went with the gunmetal center. What's cool about these is they actually put the powder coat on and they send them back into the machine and actually machine out all these little details, which is pretty cool. Shaves a little bit of weight, but really more so just adds a cool look to the wheel, more three-dimensional. Another cool thing about these Cosmos wheels are they come in very aggressive offsets. And as you guys know, we put a pretty aggressive kit on the car. So having a low offset wheel is definitely advantageous for what we're trying to do. We still are gonna have to run some spacers behind these wheels. Our Falcon and Zenith tires are looking right at home. We've got a little bit of a stagger front to rear.
So we went with an 18 by 9.5 in the front and an 18 by 11 in the rear. So this is the front wheel. We're not gonna spill all the beans just yet. We're not gonna put them on the car. Actually, we can't. We can't put them on the car yet.
This is the front and we have the rear on the car.
But we wanted to hook you guys up because I know this is kind of towards the end of the video. We wanted to show you guys because we're super hyped on these. And I want to say a huge thank you to Cosmos for getting on board with this project. So without them, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you, Cosmos. Ellis, you're the man. And come on, train. So stay tuned. I'm hoping in either tomorrow's video or the video after that, we'll have the Falcon Azenas mounted and we'll be able to toss them on the car for the first time. So thank you guys so much for watching. The support on this project has been amazing so far. Just so you know, in case you've been living under a rock, we're giving this car away in like 3 weeks. So if you want to get entered to win, all you have to do is check out the top links in the video description. As always, that'll give you all the instructions, all the official rules, everything you need to know to get entered, and maybe you'll be taking this car home in just a couple weeks. So thank you guys so much for watching, sticking all the way to the end. We love you guys. Peace.
We'll be right back.